welcome back to Eddie's Books and Movies Chat. So, today we will be discussing season 1, episode 18 of the Tangled series, which is called Painter's Block. Now, do you guys remember my 2 channels that I did early on in the week with the pink wig? Well, this kind of ties into that. So, let me review. You remember when they had that big machine that I can't think of the name of? Well, the big machine actually released an evil spirit, as they showed in the flashback. In the beginning, there is they go to what you missed from the previous episode. So, in the flashback with the big machine that we missed in the episode of part 1 and 2, and I don't see why they didn't tie that into that unless they did and I missed it. So anyway, the machine released an evil spirit. And now the evil spirit is hunting the land for its vessel. Anyway, we cut to the previous day where everything's safe again, and since everything is safe and since Rapunzel protected the castle and the castle subjects, the dad wants to make an art museum in her honor. And I just think that was so sweet, and this is one of my favorite episodes because we are finally getting into the 20s, and this is finally going to be the best season finale when it comes. It's not here yet, folks, but when it comes, episode 23 is going to be the best. I'm going all out for you guys because I love you guys. Okay, so let's get back to it. So, the dad wants Rapunzel to paint a mural for the new art gallery that he is building in her honor for the people. So, her dad says, "Oh, I'm so excited, and I want you to participate and paint a mural for the new opening of the art museum." And she said, "Sure, Dad." And he says, "Well, get to work," and he hands her a paintbrush. And she waits all day and night, but no idea they're coming. So she asks her friend, Eugene and Cassandra, "What's up? It's like I can't think anymore. I can't think, because every time I feel an idea coming, my mind just goes blank." So Cassandra says, "It's probably just painter's block." And Eugene, and that's when Eugene chimes in and says, maybe you just need a little inspiration. So he goes in for a kiss, but then Rapunzel says, "Inspiration, that's it. Come on, Pascal." So they go out on the town to see everybody's paintings because they are painting for the new art museum and they want their work to be um demonstrated, well, actually not demonstrated, showed in the art museum. So, while going, well, while trying to think of an idea, while sitting at a table with her sketchbook, this old woman named Mrs. Honeybee comes up to her and says, "Need to find inspiration? Well, why don't you join my art class?" So, on the other side of things, while Rapunzel says yes to joining the art class, on the other side of things, the shoemaker with the orange hair and the guy with the mustache who I can't think of is missing. And Cassandra's dad summons her and says, "I have a very important mission for you. I need you to find the shoemaker." The shoemaker disappeared, and he's been gone for 3 days, and we have no idea where he is. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Lance Stryboni and Rapunzel go to the art class together. And Rapunzel actually feels better after talking to Mr. Honeybee about her problem. And she says, "Making decisions are a part of life." And with that, Rapunzel starts painting. And she just feels so much better that she painted the assignment, and she is so lucky that the painting class is working for her painter's block. Yeah. And Lance is trying to paint so he can sell his art and get money, which I think is a pretty good thing, although Lance's creativity kind of goes off the walls. But it's a painting class, so it's all creative and wonderful. Yeah, but Lance, no. His paintings did not sell at all. But anyway, so with Lance going to his classes to make money, and with Lance going to his classes for him to make money, he's actually trying to sell his piece one night when you know who comes to retrieve him. Mrs. Honeybee. Was it Honeybee? No, not Honeybee. Willoughby, the art teacher. And she says, "Come with me, and I will take you to a place where your art can be sold." And Eugene actually Lance actually follows her. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys one thing. We found the shoemaker. It turned out that the shoemaker met Miss Honeybee before Lance did. So that's where he has been. He's been painting that tree in a deep, 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 dark, what is it called? The old, what is it called? The old, in this old forest that used to be, called Keeper's Point. That's what it's called. Keeper's Point. So the shoemaker at Keeper's Point, hypnotized by Smellerbee, painting that same tree that Lance and Rapunzel painted in art class. Now pay attention, because that tree in Mrs. Smellerbee is important. So it ties the whole story together. I am getting there. So he takes Lance. So she takes Lance to the same place. But although the wizard Xavier sees her, so he says, "Oh no, this cannot be good." Because he goes through the tent where Mrs. Smellerbee's art class is, and he finds the same exact paintings. And the mime friend that Eugene had with the bikers, he is gone too. He is in Mrs. Smellerbee's class, and he is gone to paint the tree in the forest in the Keeper's Point with the shoemaker and Lance. But nobody notices this except Cassandra. So she investigates the painter's workshop. And you remember the wizard that I told you about, Xavier? Well, Xavier goes into her workshop investigating it, and she catches him. And since she catches him, I thought she was going to put him into the dark forest and tie him up and just keep him there until the people just forget about him and doesn't wonder where he is. But actually, she just tied him up into the tent and just leaves him there in the art class. Well, tent rather, it's not really a class. So, with that, Cass and Eugene go investigate because Rapunzel's been acting kind of funny. She's been going to that art class all day. And then when she asks Eugene for his opinion, Eugene says, "Well, it's nice, but it's missing a little bit of Rapunzel. Because Rapunzel's all happy and go-lucky, and she just has a wonderful spirit. But Eugene thinks that she's losing herself ever since that storm hit, and she had done evacuate the castle, and ever since she couldn't help Baron. And another huge flag. She is late for their dates. She is late one night for their date, and she is wearing shoes. And then when Eugene tries to talk to her and tell her making decisions are a part of life, she gets all defensive. But another thing hits. When he said making decisions are a part of life, she remembered that word and it triggered her to get all wide-eyed because that means that she is part hypnotized every time someone says it. But she snapped out of it, so she's not fully hypnotized yet. But on the last night, where she goes to that painting class and when she is asleep, that's when Eugene and Cassandra go investigating and they find Xavier. And Xavier tells them that the tree that they are painting will bring back Kafiti, the guy that was in part 1 or 2, the evil wizard. And it turns out that the evil wizard is her teacher and that she's brainwashed Rapunzel and everyone else in the village to paint the same thing 6 times. And so, when they paint the same things 6 times, I'm sorry, I had to burp. Tassidi will come and he will be brought back to life once again. So, they go off to Keeper's Point to rescue Rapunzel, but they get all turned around and Cassandra gets mad at Eugene and Cassandra says, "Hey, you were supposed to snap her out of it." And Cassandra says, "Hey, you were supposed to snap her out of it." And that's when Eugene says, "Hey, you were supposed to, you were supposed to, get Mrs. Honeybee." But it turned out that Miss Honeybee, haven't you know it, is just a vessel for the evil witch to release her master. So she's just a vessel. She is the spirit inside an old woman's body. Okay. So now that we got that out of the way, Rapunzel, is almost finished painting the tree, but Eugene says this to her. He says, "Rapunzel, making decisions are part of who you are and who you want to be as a person." And with that, she snaps out of it. And also, that is the same thing that he said to her when she left the date so upset that night. So, she snaps out of it. They defeat Mrs. Honeybee. Well, actually, her name was something else. But I'm just going to keep it Mrs. Honeybee because that's the only easy name that I can remember. And plus, that was the art teacher's name. So, yeah, we're sticking with that, people. So, all is well. They are safe. They head back to the kingdom. And also, with that, Rapunzel says to Eugene, "Eugene, thank you for snapping me out of it. And I got a great idea for my mural. Come on." So, it turned out that she just let everybody in the village help paint her mural for the new museum. And that is how episode 18 ends, called Painter's Block. Thank you. Love you guys. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you want. And also, if you subscribe, that means you'll never miss a beat by me. Thank you. Love you guys. Peace out.